Instant bourbon. It's a miracle of modern science. Or is it?
I'm a complete beginner looking to improve my palate and learn more about bourbon. So come along with me.
I found this stuff on the internet, and it's basically top shelf spirit flavorings. And this one says Kentucky bourbon, and this one just says bourbon. And what you're supposed to do is mix this with just neutral spirits, which is code for vodka, and presto, you have bourbon. This is each one of these is about 50 milliliters, and it's supposed to be enough to make three 750 bottles of bourbon. It was about $9 a bottle on Amazon. So, and there's like a little marker that shows where you would pour it down to for each of your bottles. And just looking at it, you're supposed to just shake it up and mix it in, and then shake up your bourbon, and then drink it. I did notice that this is made in Auckland, New Zealand, which I don't know what part of Kentucky Auckland is in, but I don't know. I never heard of Auckland, New Zealand, Kentucky. This one just says bourbon, which, okay, New Zealand bourbon. Thought bourbon had to be made in America, but who am I to quibble about the law? Anyway. So we're going to go ahead and try it out. We're going to go ahead and try the Kentucky bourbon. And I bought some fairly inexpensive vodka, and I pulled the label off of it because I want to be able to show what the color this is going to be, whatever coloring it has. And I did. This is Taka vodka. I'm not hiding anything. I didn't buy a 750. I just bought a 375 because I didn't want to spend too much on all this project, because I don't really have too high of hopes for it. Who knows? Maybe we'll all just be shocked and amazed. But what's funny is it is a product of Sazerac Company, Frankfort, Kentucky. So in the end, I guess this will be Kentucky, not really bourbon, but it's Sazerac brand. But these days, what else? What isn't? So let's go ahead and do it. And I've already calculated it out. And since this 50 milliliters makes three 750s, that's about 16.6 milliliters per 750, or for this pint, which is a 375, that would be 8.3 milliliters. So let's go ahead and pour 8.3 milliliters of this magic elixir into this vodka and see if it makes bourbon. Well, yeah, let's give it a little smell. And it smells real sweet. Oop. Almost like a root beer. Remember that root beer stuff that you mix with water and make root beer when you were a kid? It smells kind of like that. So let's go ahead and measure it out. And I'll be a little generous. That's probably a little over 9 milliliters. So we'll have very strong flavored bourbon. All right, and go ahead and open up our vodka. And of course, it smells just like vodka. I'm not sure if I'm going to have enough room in here. Let me dump a little of this magic vodka elixir out, just so I have room to pour this guy in. So I'm going to do that. There it is. That's how they make bourbon in Kentucky. That's the secret of bourbon. As you might be able to hear, we're having a little windstorm here in the Texas Hill Country. All right, so let's go ahead and just give it a little shake just to make sure that we're all nice and mixed up. Got our bourbon elixir here. Okay, we'll let it age for maybe 10 or 20 seconds. And then we'll give it a try. And it sort of looks like weak bourbon, but let's go ahead and give it a try. Okay, we have a Glencairn. And go ahead and pour a little bit. It's pretty light color. And, it's pretty thin, as you would think, because it's basically just flavored vodka. Let's go and give it a try. It smells like just vodka. That vodka smell with just a little bit of, maybe like a little bit of Coca-Cola. So let's go ahead and give it a taste. It has the sweetness, but it's really fake flavor. It's a fake sweetness, like a flat cherry Coke. Like you dumped a little bit of flat cherry Coke into some vodka. That's kind of what it tastes like. Okay. So let's compare it to the vodka. Sorry, the vodka. Let's compare it to the bourbon that I've been drinking for the past week. All right, for the past week, I've been drinking Still Austin, the cask strength. It's a bourbon that's made here in Texas, actually down the road in Austin. And it is 118 proof. It's a cask strength, which is nice having a cask strength that's not 125. So you can get the full flavors, but not that much of a bite. And it's been pretty good. And I have noticed kind of a dark fruit, I think is the term I've been kind of looking up. But just really good, and not really too strong. It doesn't. It's not really overpowering, but it has a lot of flavor. Maybe a little bit of honey, like a dark fruit and honey. But I have really been enjoying it. So let's put it over ice. That's the way I usually drink it. And it's aged at least, it's just 2 years, so it hasn't been aged that long, so it's pretty new. Has a little bit of spice at the finish, but overall, pretty good bourbon. Okay. So as part of my palate improvement, I taste a bourbon, I drink it over the course of a week, and then I come back and taste it again and see if my palate's improved, if it's changed, if it's tasting anything new. And I guess it's only fair that this week we do it with the instant bourbon. So let's go ahead and give it another taste. Now that I've been tasting the Still Austin. And does it taste like maybe a cherry Coke or maybe like a a root beer flavoring, like you put root beer extract into vodka. That's pretty much what it tastes like. I'll put it over ice, see if it gets any better. No, it just tastes just really fake. But I'm gonna give it the old college try, and I will drink the instant vodka. I mean the instant bourbon over the course of the week, and come back next week and just tell you if it's gotten any better. But I don't have high hopes. And I mean, if you were thinking about it, this vodka, you could this is just a 375, but and it was about three something, a little over almost $4 for the 375. Now, a 750 of this you can get for $6.50. Okay, so if you take $6.50 for a 750 of this inexpensive vodka, and then 1/3 of this, and this is $9, so that's another $3 you're adding. That's $9.50 for 750 milliliters of instant bourbon. You can get a 750 of Benchmark Old Number 8 for $9. So I would much rather drink Benchmark Old Number 8, or there's other very, very inexpensive bourbons that would be better than trying to make something like this. So, you know, but we will do it over the course of the week because I'm doing it for science. And if you would like to improve your palate too, pick a bourbon. Doesn't have to be the same bourbon that I pick. Definitely doesn't have to be this stuff. And do a tasting. See what you're smelling, any taste that you're getting, and then drink it over the course of a week, and then come back a week at the end of the week and do another tasting and just see if your tastes have changed, if you're tasting any other of the notes or flavors, and if your palate is changing or evolving. So do that with me. Drink responsibly. You don't want to drink this stuff. And in the meantime, enjoy.